We are, guys. Welcome to my reaction stream, obviously, to the match yesterday. What a hell of a game in the end. 3-3 at Villa Park. Yeah, Villa, of course, Villa versus Bees. And, yeah, hell of a game. Was hoping for a win. And at one stage, I thought we was going to get it. But again, the usual problem turned up. Usual problem. Excuse me, my throat. Just clear my throat. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the usual old problem, groundhog day for us. We can't hold on to a lead because actually we were 2-0 down, of course. And but we come back, hell of a comeback from us. I thought we were gone. I thought we were dead and buried. Villa were going to win, but we come back to 2-2. Incredible stuff from the team. You know, much better in the attack this time. But unfortunately, our defence suffered yet again, unfortunately. And the goalie, as usual, he can have some good games, decent games, and then he'll have shit games. And I'm sorry for swearing. I know it's Sunday and everything, but our goalie just isn't good enough, that Mark Fleck, and I'm sorry. Just so inconsistent. At least with Raya, he was most of the time he was consistent. He hardly ever made errors. Whereas this guy, you just don't know. You just don't know what you're gonna get. He can be really great at times, brilliant save sometimes, and then be totally useless. You know, and I know he's a Dutch international, but how he is, I really don't understand. But anyway, obviously we get on to this. I mean, there's no comments in here at the moment, and I do apologise, everyone. It was supposed to be at 1 o'clock, this, and then obviously 1:45 and 2 o'clock. But other things happened. I got to eat. Of course, I was eating my Sunday lunch as well, and then I got watching things like football. Obviously, I got into the Scottish game football. I don't generally do that, but it's Rangers and Celtic, of course, and that was one hell of a game. Speaking of 3-3, that's how that finished, 3-3. So that was an amazing game. Really twisted one way and the other. So incredible game for a Scottish one. And I don't generally watch the Scottish football, but this was incredible, this game. So amazing game. But anyway, obviously going on to this game, there's so many strange things with us at the moment. Either our defence is really good, whatever at times, and then our attack is useless, pathetic, and then vice versa. Because in this game, we attacked really well. We was really good up front, and then poor again at the back. It's either one thing or the other. There's no happy medium now. It's one extreme to another with us now. And, just got no faith in, keeping clean sheets. I mean, yeah, we got one the other day against Brighton. I mean, we were poor in attacking that game. You know, after the 31 shots against Man United in the previous game, we only ended up with, 5, 6, maybe 7 shots, if that, against Brighton. You know, and they had loads more shots against us. But, we were great at the back. Our defending was, really great. Defending how we know we can defend. And even with without the likes of Pinnock and me and whatever, which, we still haven't got Pinnock back. I mean, me's out for the rest of the season, of course, but Pinnock, we still haven't got him back. And yet at times we've looked fairly solid at times at the back. And that guy's anchor now has really stepped up to the plate, I think, a bit. He started to show why he's there, why we got him here. Because a lot of the time he's hardly ever played. His name's actually Jorgensen, of course, but Zanka for short. But he's really doing something in defence, producing something in defence, and it's really helped us because, we've had to find replacements because we got, like we've put Pinnock and me out. we were struggling. And okay, we have got Collins. He's up and down this season, in and out of games, and either be really good or really poor. Again, no happy medium there. It's either one or the other. But I think he had a decent game, Collins, at times. But again, we see what happened at the end there, row between him and Toney. Still not totally sure what that was about, but at full time they obviously kicked off a bit at the end. But yeah, so I've got a comment in here. Cameron. Cameron Kirtley, big up, mate. Hello, yeah, big up, bro. Nice to see you in here, mate. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Good to have somebody in here at last. But, I mean, as long as people are watching, I'm happy, you know. I know pretty much a lot of people do watch it. Still, I'm getting fairly high views still for my videos. So thanks for that, guys. That's brilliant. You know, keep following me, keep subbing and everything, smashing the likes and, you know, watching on playback or watching live, whatever. And you're welcome. Everyone's welcome in the live chat at any time. So thanks for coming in again, Cameron. Cheers, man. That's brilliant. Thanks for your support. But yeah, so getting back to this, I think, you know, I think Jorgensen has stepped up, which is good. Collins can be great at times. I'm not convinced with Rawslep whatsoever. But he keeps playing. Maybe we haven't got anyone else, I guess. That could be the case. Why Rawslep carries on, who knows? But obviously we get into this anyway, and there was a few changes. It was actually a bit different to the usual lineup, and of course a lot of people know that Toney wasn't playing this time. Apparently he had a bit of a muscle injury. So obviously he's been they're obviously being careful with him at the moment. I'll just bring this up now, guys, the screen. And, you know, you can see it, obviously, the team there. It's obviously 3-5-2 yet again. 3-5-2, and, of course, Flecken in goal. Rawslef yet again. Region came in. I mean, as I say, I don't really like the guys as much, but for what he done, being sent off especially, I thought he was going to be good. I thought he was going to be decent. I thought, you know, we need a left back. You know, we're out Rico Henry yet again this season. So to have Reggie on there looks an ideal replacement. And then, of course, he got himself sent off, which I think was dumb. And I missed him for a few games, but he came back and I thought he actually looked good. I thought he had a decent game in this. He's very good going forward. I'm not sure. Sometimes at the back he's a little bit susceptible, maybe, but yeah, very good going forward. As I said, Collins was decent. I think Aya was still great again. I didn't see much wrong with him yet again. He looked pretty decent, I thought. So he looked good. And of course, Anchor, and he scored as well, Jorgensen. So very good game from him yet again. Jensen was decent. Times at Damsgaard, I still don't know with him. A little bit weak. And then he can also, but he's got ability, as we all know. He's got, you know, creative ability, same as Jensen. And of course, Visser had a good game. I thought he weren't too bad. He was really good. Of course, scored. And Bomo playing from the start. Well, you know, he's starting to come back to his usual stuff and usual great play. He's getting his fitness back, of course, being out so long. But, you know, he looked pretty good, I thought. Now, of course, was okay. I don't think he was amazing, but he was all right. So, and then the subs, of course, Yarmouk, did come on there for Visser in the second half. Kim Ji-soo, Strakosha, Godos, Onyeka came on for Jensen in the second half. Mopai actually did come on this time, came on from Bomo in the second half. Baptiste, Lewis Potter came on for Region, of course, and Toney, as we all know, he wasn't playing, and he came on for Damsgaard. And so obviously, that's why he wasn't playing. He had a slight muscle injury, so he's been supervised and sort of, helped through it, basically, and not playing the full games. He came on and, of course, had the argument with Collins, which we're still not sure why he had the argument, the row with him. But anyway, so now I'll go on to Aston Villa's, obviously, lineup and formation. We get onto that. Here we go. And it was a fairly strong one, of course, as usual. They played a 4-4-1-1. Of course, Martinez in goal. Konza, XB, of course. Digne, or Dean, whatever you like to call him. Tielemans. He was pretty good, I thought. Yuri Tielemans for them. Diego Carlos, Torres, Bailey, Douglas Luiz, Watkins, our ex-player. Come back yet again to haunt us with 2 goals. There you go. It's he usually does. He usually scores against us. So rather him be scoring for us, to be honest, back at the Bees and scoring for us. But it's never going to happen, I don't think. I don't think we will get him back. But I can hope, and cross my fingers and wish and dream. But I can't see him ever coming back to us now. McGinn, who's pretty good. It's good to have him back for them, obviously, for Villa. And Rogers, who scored the goal for them. So he looks decent. Morgan Rogers for them. Looks good. Subs, Chambers, Duran, Eric Bunham. I think his name is Eric Bunyan. Strange name. But anyway, Moreno, Kellyman, Olsen, Diaby, Zaniolo, and Kessler Hayden. So, yeah. So that was their lineup, formation, and subs and everything. So now we'll go on to the actual match and talk about the game now. And then obviously I'll go back and do the player ratings after this. The Bees player ratings. Anyway, here we go. This is the report and reaction to Aston Villa 3, Brentford 3. What a match. 6 goals shared between Aston Villa and Brentford in the pulsating Premier League game at Villa Park. Zanka, Brian and Bomo and Johan Visser on target as Bees strike 3 times in 9 second half minutes. That's what it was, just 9 second half minutes. Incredible. Thomas Frank, it was a fine point, but we still had the opportunity to win it, which we did. We did again, 3-2. And just cannot hold on. We never can. That's the problem. The same old with the Bees. We just cannot hang on to a lead. It's terrible. I just do not get it. Same thing all the time. We've got to address that. We just can't seem to, but it keep happening. We got Sheffield United next Saturday, and really we should beat them. You would say that, but we lost 1-0 to them before at their ground. And if we keep defending like that, even they can score against us and get and beat us. And I hope that won't happen. We got to get revenge. We really need revenge over them. And to lose, they're the bottom team. in the Premiership, and we've lost to them already. You know, it's not enough. We lost to the second bottom team, which is Burnley. If we lose to Sheffield United again, how embarrassing that'll be, you know, especially at the GTEC. But, you know, anyway, back to this one. This was an amazing game. Brentford and Aston Villa played out a pulsating 3-3 draw on Saturday afternoon at Villa Park. Yep, the Bees trailed by 2 goals shortly after half-time, but produced a stunning 9-minute turnaround to flip the game on its head and take a 3-2 lead before Ollie Watkins' second of the game meant the spoils were shared. Goals from Zanka, Ryan Mbomo and Johan Visser had cancelled out Watkins' first half header and Morgan Rogers' strike 1 minute after the restart. But it was the former who headed home another as the sides had to settle for a point apiece in the Midlands. Watkins' header separates the sides at the interval. Yeah, Thomas Frank made 3 changes to the team that drew 0-0 with Brighton in midweek. The headline of the trio of alterations was handing Brian Mbomo a first start since early December, while Sergio Reguilon and Mikael Damsgaard also came into the side. It meant King Lewis Potter, Yihar Yarmouk and Ivan Toney, surprisingly, all dropped to the bench, having all started the previous 2 matches in the last week. The hosts made 6 changes to their side, which lost 4-1 to Man City on Wednesday evening as former Bees frontman Ollie Watkins returned to lead the home attack at Villa Park and again, of course, scored 2 goals against us. Back to haunt us yet again. What a player, though. I do wish we still had him at the Bees, but that's the striker we need. We need somebody like that who can finish things off. And our strikers don't always do that. Even Toney, I'm sorry, he doesn't always do it. And he's been poor lately. And he was dropped, whether it's to do with this muscle injury or lack of form, I don't know. But he hasn't been up to it. And to be honest, I'm not surprised he was dropped. I'm not bothered about that one little bit. Because we got Visser, we got Mbomo. They're both fairly nippy, they're quick. So, you know, and they're decent. I mean, Mbomo always can score. It's dangerous. And Visser, of course, at times will come up with a goal. So, and then also we still got Mopai as well, who's decent. And, you know, okay, a little shithouse at times, but he's still a very good player and will get goals. So, you know. So, yeah. But anyway, that is what happened. And, of course, Brentford went on the offensive inside the opening minute and created the first big chance of the afternoon. Intricate play saw Damsgaard feed the ball into Visser before the move shifted to Reguilon, who fired wide. In the 6th minute, it was Mbomo who was next to try his luck, but his free kick up and over the wall from the edge of the area found only the side netting. Jensen was looking typically calm and composed in midfield, with Villa not threatening Flecken inside the opening 20 minutes. The Dutchman easily gathering a selection of crosses and free kicks. Yeah, at times he was looking safe and good, but once there's pressure put on him, it's a different matter. So, the impressive Damsgaard played a diagonal ball. He was actually really good at times, Damsgaard. He has got the ability, he's got creative ability and talent, but he's still just a little bit weak and can get pushed off the ball and knocked off the ball easily. Yeah, the impressive Damsgaard played a diagonal ball into Mbomo soon after, and a brilliant first touch to bring it down and find strike partner Visser follow. But Diego Carlos got back well to deny the Bees. Aya twice did well to clear from inside the area as the game began to open up, while Mbomo countered at the other end but couldn't find Damsgaard on the left side on the break. Villa probed thereafter, and it was Aya leading the defensive effort as he threw himself at Rogers' effort from the edge of the area. But Villa would open the scoring moments later. John McGinn's cross from the right was met by former B Watkins, who headed past Flecken, and despite the keeper's best efforts to keep the ball out of the net, the home side took the lead 6 minutes before the break. Zanka and Beaumont Visser on target as B scored 3 goals in just 9 minutes. Villa started the second half on the front foot and doubled their lead soon after the restart as Yuri Tillerman's pass found Rodgers in space on the edge of the area. The winter transfer window arrival's first touch took him into a shooting position, and his second saw him make no mistake as he fired into the bottom corner to put daylight between the hosts and the Bees. But Brentford responded well and halved the deficit just before the hour mark. Visser and Reguilon were looking dangerous on the left flank, and the Bees' opening goal was to come from their endeavours. The latter's cross was well kept alive by Damsgaard, and he turned it back into the area for Zanka to apply an unorthodox finish with his standing leg. It was a very good goal. The Bees had the momentum and would draw level in a sensational 2-minute spell. Another fantastic move down the left culminated in Mbomo meeting Reguilon's cross in mid-air to volley Brentford back on level terms in some style. What a goal. Very good goal. More drama was soon to follow in the breathtaking encounter as the Bees took the lead on 68 minutes. With a bit between their teeth, a quick Brentford free kick found its way to Jensen. The Danish midfielder then flowed an inch-perfect ball to Reguilon, who in turn put it on a plate for Visser to finish calmly and spark wild scenes of jubilation in the away end and cap an astonishing 9 minutes for Frank's side. Yep, brilliant at that time. But as usual, cannot hold on to it. Cannot hold on. But the pendulum would swing again with 9 minutes of normal time to go. Leon Bailey got to the byline and hung a cross up for Watkins to nod home his second and Villa's third of the afternoon. The home side were back in the ascendancy, and Luca Dean's acrobatic effort from inside the area flew over Flecken's crossbar in front of the Holt end. Both sides did their best to find a winner, but Michael Salisbury brought 7 added minutes and a thrilling game to close in the West Midlands. Some game there. Thomas Frank said it was a fine point. Brentford head coach Thomas Frank praised his players for their mentality to come back from 2-0 down to avoid defeat against Aston Villa. It was an average first half, in my opinion. I felt that we defended very well, apart from one situation which is irritating me, he said. It was an average second half. We conceded after a minute, which is also irritating. Yeah. You think that's irritating, Thomas? You should try watching it, mate, being an actual fan. Watching you, Bees. It's not easy. But after all that, all credit to the players, the mentality, character, determination, everything to turn this around. Not many teams would be able to do that here at Villa Park against this Aston Villa team that are in form. Fantastic at home. That was very impressive. Overall, it was a fine point, but we still had the opportunity to win it. The players are doing everything they can, but I would have really liked 3 points. Well, wouldn't we all, Thomas? We would have all loved 3 points. But again, as usual, couldn't do it. Couldn't hold on. The usual thing with the Bees, and it's getting annoying. It really is. And Bomo, the togetherness we have is big, which is good. That's good to hear. Brian and Bomo held Brentford's togetherness following the Bees' thrilling 3-3 draw with Aston Villa. We didn't play great in the first half and the start of the second, but everybody showed great character to come back, he said. We have some fine points. We have some points we need to work on. We know it's a really tough place to play. They have a good team with good players, but the togetherness we have in the team is big. And Bomo marks his first start since 6th of December by scoring the second of Brentford's 3 goals, and great goal it was too. Brilliant. It was just instinct, he revealed. I saw Reguilon on the side, and I tried to position myself as best as possible in the box to score. He's a player with a lot of quality and experience. Yeah, true. Yeah, this was decent in the end. It was a good point, but I would love the win that came back and going 3-2 up. We were 3-2 up. Don't forget, we should have won this game in the end. Yeah, we were 2-0 down, and it's come back and we got a point out of it. And I'm happy. I'll take the point. But still, at the end of the day, we should have won the game. No doubt about it. But also, I think, okay, now we may have, I would say we've got 2 winnable games coming up. Sheffield United, we should win that at home. We should. At the G-Tech, they are the bottom team, and we have lost to them. But, with our attack now that we didn't have the likes of Mbomo playing in that. And I don't think Visser even. Well, certainly didn't have Toney. So, we may have had Visser. I know we probably had Mopai, I believe. But we didn't have as much, and now we got this attack back. We got, a few threats now again. We may have players coming back. We may have the likes of Pinnock, Norgard, and all that to come back. So, I think it's actually looking quite good. We just do need to stop conceding these goals. And I thought we had a chance with doing that after that 0-0 against Brighton. There was a lot I could see there, a lot of positives in that. Okay, not great up front, terrible in the attack, but our defence was looking solid, more solid again. And I thought we could improve on that and develop that in this game against Villa. But no, we looked a bit soft again, and I don't know what's happened there. I know our goalie's still not great. I don't think he's the best, and I still don't rate Rorsleff. And there are good ones there. I think it was really great again. Collins at times. I'm getting fairly impressed with Jorgensen. I think he looks really good. If he can keep this going, that'd be amazing. And he scored, of course, here, so that all helped. I've got some more comments, so I'll get to them before I do the ratings. Hold on a minute, guys. I'll get onto the player ratings in a minute, but I'll just read these 2 comments. Wolfang, he's in here. Wolfie. Oh! He's in here. Big up, Mr. B. Yeah, big up, mate. Big up, Simon. Glad to see you in here, mate. Thank you. Brilliant. Coming in. Cheers, bro. Wolfang again. Hey, Cam. Yeah. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for being in here, guys. That's brilliant. That helps a lot. Good to have your support in here. Thank you. Anyway, I'll go on to these player ratings. We'll start with the usual. Mr. Flecken. At times, he looked comfortable and he was doing well to start with, getting the crosses, plucking them out of the air and whatever else. He looked tidy and decent. But when there's pressure on him, it's a bit different. And at times he's found wanting, I think. But to be honest, he weren't too bad. He has been worse than this. But I'm going to give him a 7. So he was okay. He was a 7, definitely. Rorsleff, no, I'm still not convinced, people. I'm sorry. I'm just not convinced with this guy at all. I really am sorry about this, but I'm going to give him a 4. Don't like him. I just don't see what it is. I thought it was impressive at times again. I really do. I think he was pretty good. I'll give him a 7. Zanka Jorgensen, I would say he was the best at the back there, and he scored as well. So I'll give him an 8. Not quite a man of the match, but definitely an 8 for me. Collins was good, decent at times, so I'll give him a 7. Reguilon, well, I thought it was good going forward. He looked really good at times, a little bit poor at the back slightly at times. I'll give him a 7. Lewis Potter came on for him, of course, in the 76th minute. Didn't do much. I'll give him about 5. I would say a 5, yeah. Yanel was okay. I'm only going to give him a 6, though, this time. Not as good. Damsgaard was actually a bit more impressive at times here. I thought he looked really good at times. And so I'm actually going to give him an 8. One of his better performances. Yarmulke came on for him in the 81st minute. Again, not much, so I'll only give him a 5, Yarmulke. Jensen was great. I thought it looked really commanding at times with his passing and stuff. Looked superb. I'll give him an 8. I'll definitely give him an 8 there. Onyeka came on the 85th minute. Again, not much. I'll give him a 5. Just a 5. Visser was really good. Got around 100% as usual. Harried and harassed the defenders and everything. So put pressure on them. Very quick at times. So yeah, I'll give him an 8. Still not man of the match for me, but an 8. And Toney came on for him in the 81st minute. Again, not much. And of course, had that row with Collins at the end. And I think he's just, I can't get this guy. His attitude sucks. And, if you're going to do all that row and moan and fight, do it on the pitch. Get it, produce it with the football and fight these teams and vent your anger on them, not on each other. Because that's what we need. We need that fight. We need that, aggressive side. Because sometimes we're too soft. We're just too nicey, and it ain't good. So produce that on the pitch. Be angry and aggressive on the pitch, not afterwards on the final whistle, and rowing against yourselves, moaning against yourselves with your other teammates. So, but I'm only going to give him about a 4. Toney, I'm not impressed at all, and that rowing as well. So, sorry, Toney, you're only getting a 4, mate. You're supposed to be our best player and great player, yet you're not showing it here. No way. So Mbomo, I thought he's my man of the match because of his, skill. He's for doing things out of the ordinary at times, and making things happen like that volley he got. Fantastic volley. He's not quite back to full fitness and quite back to him, match fitness just yet and quite as great. But I still think he had enough here to show all his touches at times and how good he can be. So I'm going to give him a 9. Definitely giving him a 9 for this. So brilliant. It's great having him back. The Mopai came on, didn't do a lot, so I'm only giving him a 5, really. And the sub's not used. Strakosha again, of course, Godos, Baptiste and Jisoo. So there you go. That's the player ratings. And so that's about that. That's about it. Yeah, that's it, guys. But a bit longer today on doing this than I was yesterday because that was quick. Not yesterday, it was the day before. Sorry, it was the preview, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it was the day before. Yeah, gone so quick. Sorry, guys. I think it was Friday. I'd done the preview. But that was a quick one because I was going on another stream and stuff. But anyway, obviously I did want to get this out of the way because there's obviously football on again. Man United, Liverpool. That's a big game, hell of a game. Of course, and there's 2 other matches. Of course, there's Chelsea are playing, and I know Nottingham Forest and Spurs later. So yeah, there's quite a few games on. So I definitely want to watch them, especially the Man United and Liverpool. That'll be a cracking game, be a brilliant game. And thanks for everyone watching today. Been great again. And the people in the live chat, which have been obviously Cameron and Wolf Fang Division, have been in here, Wolfie and Cameron. So cheers, guys, for coming in, for popping in. That's great in the live chat. And everyone else, please keep subbing, smashing the likes and everything. Follow me on here, of course. Mr. B for Life 182 on Insta, as I say. And you'll get to my other channel, which is the cricket one, of course, and I'll be doing a review for that. England women tomorrow. Mr. B chats England cricket. And that'll be on tomorrow. I'll do that maybe around, 12-1, possibly, something like that. Again, who knows if it will be at that exact time. Because I have other things that hold me up at times, and I'm sorry, I do apologise, people, why I'm late most of the time. But other things crop up, and I'm sorry that's all an excuse, but I always like to try and get on and do my streams, my content, because for you people out there, for the fans I've got, members I've got on here, I do like to get these things out, streams out. And as I say, I'll do the actual review tomorrow for the women's match. They lost yesterday, against New Zealand. And finished 2-1. They won England. The women won that series 2-1 against New Zealand, so which is great. And I'll be doing that review on there for that last game. It'll be tomorrow. I'll probably have Manny joining me again. As usual, he's font of all knowledge about cricket and, other sports, of course, as well as football and everything else. He's got so much knowledge. So obviously I'll be discussing that with him tomorrow. As I say, maybe around 12 or 1, not sure yet. We'll see what happens. But I'll keep letting people know. I'll always notify people what's going to happen. Back to this game. In the end, I'm happy with the point in a way, but disappointed not to win it at 3-2. We came back and we're winning 3-2. But from being 2-0 down, to get 3-0 in the end at Villa Park, it's a point, and it's good enough. We're on 29. We're still just about getting away from relegation here, and we get 3 points next Saturday against Sheffield United. I'll be doing obviously a preview for that. I was saying that, no, I'm not actually. Sorry, I'm not doing previews. I've decided not to do previews now. So it'd just be reviews. I've decided just to do reviews to the games. I think that's best now, especially as I never know the actual team or confirmed team. So, I'll just do reviews now, guys. Just reactions, streams. And I've got my debate show, of course, this week. Maybe on a Tuesday, possibly. Might be tomorrow or Tuesday, I don't know. Obviously do my usual thing with the debate show. Don't know what I'm going to discuss just yet. It might not actually be VAR or anything for a change, because that's not been so bad this time. Maybe the European football, as that started this week, started coming back in this week. So Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. So I may go into that. Whatever else comes up in the football news, I can discuss. I'll be doing that possibly maybe Tuesday now. I would think it'd be Tuesday. And then, of course, I'll be doing other streams on other people's channels. So be going on there. So anyway, guys, thanks everyone coming in again. And thanks, that's brilliant, watching. And until the next time, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.